Thanks, guys. We are here in chilly Cincinnati. We got Paul Brown Stadium there. We're about to hop over this river and head over to this game. But first, we're going to talk about players to watch. So, Zach, who you got today?
I got Nikhil Harry, guy we didn't see a lot of last week. Only played 2 offensive snaps against the Chiefs. Has only played 12 of the team's last 128 offensive snaps since he was beaten for that interception early in that Houston game. But Josh McDaniels said earlier this week he needs to find a better way to get Nikhil Harry the ball in space. And we saw a little bit of how they might use Nikhil Harry on one of his 2 offensive snaps against the Chiefs. He had a really nice kind of catch and run down near the goal line. Should have resulted in a touchdown. Obviously, the officials messed that one up. They said he went out of bounds. He did not go out of bounds, and I think you could continue to see more plays like that for Nikhil Harry because he's still pretty raw. His route running isn't great at this point in his career, but he's a very physical guy, and he can make people miss, force missed tackles in space. I think that's something that you could see a lot more of this week, especially if Julian Edelman either does not play or is limited in any way in this game. Patriots need some secondary receiving there. I think you could see some more from Harry in this game.
My guy is also a receiver who has not been utilized up to his full potential yet, and that's Mohamed Sanu. Only had 1 catch, and Tom Brady said that he needs to do a better job of getting the ball in Mohamed Sanu's hands as well. He really has not been heavily involved in the offense since that loss to the Baltimore Ravens when he had 10 receptions, but you feel like that ankle injury for him is probably progressing more and more each week. Probably continue to see him on punt returns, but I also think that he needs to be a main focus in this offense that really needs to start gelling again. And if there's one guy who could boost the unit, if it's not Nikhil Harry, then it could certainly be Mohamed Sanu. So if they can get those 2 guys going, then we might see a much better Patriots offense here against the Bengals. One other thing I'm looking for, and this isn't usually something that I watch for, but that's a post-game handshake between Bill Belichick and Zack Taylor. Zack Taylor, made a relatively big deal about the fact that the Patriots were taping the Bengals sideline last week in Cleveland. So I'm wondering if that's going to be an icy handshake, if it's going to be a congenial handshake. I don't know, between those 2 head coaches. But usually I don't watch for that. I'm usually running down to the locker room. But maybe I'll stick in the press box a little bit longer just to see how that handshake goes. Let's go back to you guys in the studio.